Fight back! Trump says get back, we say fight back! Hey, 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 hey!
Hi, sir.
Howdy.
I'm streaming live to my audience here on ohnomerica. This is the man that was just leading the chants there. What brought you here to the protest today?
Things are fucked.
Yes.
Okay. Specifically, we have two people in power and a bunch of people following them who are just trying to tear out the checks and balances in our democracy so that they and their plutocrat friends can just take everything and run with it, right? And that sucks, right? The people who are most affected are the people who are most marginalized. You know, the rich people aren't much affected at all. They get to stay comfortable in their nice houses. And the people who are so close to being destitute, who are just clinging on or who have been systematically oppressed for years and years, they're the ones who are going to suffer, who are suffering, right? And the systems in our government that have been built to stop these kinds of excesses are the ones that they are targeting. It's the inspectors general who are being fired, right? It's the people who are supposed to watch the watchmen who are being fired. It's the people who who safeguard the public interest who are being fired.
Yeah.
And that sucks. And if we don't do anything, they're just gonna keep doing it. So the least we can do is show up and be counted.
Absolutely. And let me ask you a question. What generation would you categorize yourself in?
I'm what they call an elder millennial.
You're an elder millennial. All right. So you're a little bit younger than me. Fantastic.
Yeah.
In your lifetimes of being 80s, 90s baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Living under the Cold War, the threat of Reagan, the Star Wars, all that stuff that we grew up with.
Yeah.
Did you ever think that all of the Terminator, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, all these things that we watched as jokes would be our reality?
I mean, those things were popular because it was always clear that this might be one way that it was going, right? Mm-hmm. When Reagan got put in and the whole greed is good movement started up, some people looked at it and like, oh, they're dismantling everything that we've built for the private gain of a few. This is where that will lead. Those were warnings for a reason, right? It was a national anxiety for a reason. And here we are, and we're starting, we're living it.
Yeah.
Right?
Before all this happened, before the rapid, and I do mean rapid, lightning fast decline of our constitutional rights, were you thinking that any of this, all of this would happen? Some of it? What was your prediction before Inauguration Day?
They said they would do this. The Project 2025 blueprint. They said they were gonna do this. So yeah, we knew they would. No, the fact that it's Elon Musk and his little band of merry muskrats that are really doing the action of it. No, couldn't have predicted that one. That's a weird curveball. But they said they were gonna. It was there on paper, right?
Yeah.
And that point, I remember that point in the election when Trump tweeted out, "I don't know what Project 2025 is, and I'm not a part of it." That was a lie.
Right. At that moment, pretty much everybody should have been like, okay, this is where I should start reading that.
Yeah.
Have you read it? Have you read it cover to cover?
I've read the comic book version.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There's that is great. I'm going to put that out on the channel, guys. The comic book, it's a little more palatable.
Yeah.
Well, I started reading it page by page on my channel.
Yeah.
And it is, we got through 100 pages. That took 11 parts. And it's a lot. And that was before we got into the real meat and potatoes. And then of course all the proclamations started, which are also, I recommend people reading all of it. As infuriating as it is, that's why I watch C-SPAN, because I want to see the hearings as they happen. Right? Without the color. I have a lot of opinions. It doesn't really matter. We all have opinions. But you should know what's actually happening. Thank you so much for being here and leading the chants. I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me interview you. This has been amazing, amazing, amazing. I feel invigorated. I feel inspired. I am super excited to see people showing up in force, in numbers here in Portland. And I hope that the protests across the country had more or at least the same amount of people showing up because democracy is worth fighting for. Our rights are worth fighting for. All right, guys, I love you. Be safe out there, and I will catch you all next time.